Hey guys, welcome back to Angry Mack Adventures. We are picking up where we left off last episode, and that is removing the cab from the chassis. So that is now all done, and today's mission is to clean the chassis. So over 40-50 years of being farm life, it has just picked up so much red dust, grime, all sorts of gunk. So we're going to clean all that today. As you can see, all the chassis is completely full of grass, rocks, gravel, all sorts of good stuff. We're going to smash it with this acid-based chemical to try and get rid of most of that dirt and grime and see what we're actually working with. So we're using like a red dust remover agent, and we're just going to spray it on with like a high pressure bottle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to soak the car first, get it all wet, apply this good stuff, let it sit for 5-10 minutes, and then we'll hit it with the high pressure. I think me and the car just swapped, but what we got is the high pressure bottle. We're just going to pump it up, and we're just going to spray the car and then let it sit. So I put about 2 or 3 bottles of this over the whole car. Give it about 10 to 15 minutes to actually set on the car and start penetrating into that rust. And then we wash it off. Alrighty, we gave it about 10-15 minutes. Let's hit it with the high pressure unit. You can see the original colour of the shocks. Oh, that might be reusable. She's clean. We're going to throw her back in the shed, and we'll call that a day, that's for sure. Ready for dinner. Alrighty, we're back guys, and I've actually got some pretty exciting news. Well, I've got some bad news as well, but we'll start with the good news. I just let this thing dry, and check this out. Look how clean the old girl come up. The chassis rails were completely full of just gunk and years of build-up. Lights stripped down and the cab's off. We're going to do all our engine modifications. I've got some extractors coming, so we'll put the extractors on. A new radiator, because like I was saying before, the radiator's turned to absolute bits. So we've got a new radiator as well. And yeah, just paint it up and make it look really good. I'm not sure about the exhaust yet. If I'm changing the extractors, I'll kind of have to make like a flange where the extractors finish, or I'll just get a custom exhaust made just to make it sound better. It is a petrol, so petrols do sound pretty cool. Especially these old 6-cylinders. I've seen some cammed up and they sound really nice, so that might be something that we'll do. I've got the Heyman Reese hitch from the other one that I'm going to be putting on as well. What the plan is now is just to wire wheel all the chassis and get this KBS coating on so we can get it all nice and cleaned up. So it's pretty much ready for all the bodywork to go back on. The old man's been busy, so he's just putting in a new piece here because that was just completely rotten. And he's cut out all the rust on the quarters here and replaced it with a new patch, trying to keep that OEM look right there. So as you can see here, both sides were pretty bad. So Dad's just cut it out and placed it with the new metal. So, oh, there you go, look at that. Look how bad it was. So the old man's cut out the old rear seal that was completely buggered.
So what we've done, this will go back in its place. Tap it in. So what I've done, I've made this a bit longer because there's some rust here. So what I'll do, I'll cut this out, I'll push that now, I'll cut that piece, and that'll all fold, and we'll weld that along there, and back up there. And this here I've got to probably take about 50mm off, and I'll weld that right along that edge, weld it back in. I'll do the same on this side. There's some rust under here. I'll come back there, fold it around the corner, and that's the corner's fixed.
That's pretty cool.
I've got to cut that out and put the recess in that's from there. I've marked the holes today. So we'll drill them, weld some nut inserts at the back.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. Welcome back to Angry Mack, or Angry Dad Adventures. As you can see, we're getting there. Put a new back shelf in, I bent it down at my mate's. Pre-drilled all the holes, welded it all, welded it in here. Cut the piece out of the corner there today, welded that in. Did the other guard here, welded all that in. Where Nick had his beautiful Coke can here, I welded all that in today.
It was actually a baked beans can.
A baked beans can, we'll weld all that in.
Very good.
So that's virtually everything from the other side all the way around done now.
All that's been redone and treated, and we've got floors. So these here are from a guy called Josh in Perth. He's just started to make these. So I believe that's where the cutout is there, somewhere around there anyway.
The good thing about it, this build, is we still have something that doesn't have rust. Oh, hang on, it does. The Toyota badge.
No, that's just a stain.
Yeah, it's just a stain. Oh, well, we didn't want to ruin the build.
So there's a lot of rust here, as you can see, but it's just a matter of picking at it slowly. Alrighty guys, so we've got the car now on jack stands, and we're just going to be removing all the engine components so we can get a better idea of this chassis. We're going to take all the fuel lines off, pretty much everything out the way, so we've got ourselves a nice base to work on. Genuine Walker muffler. Nah, we'll make this thing sound killer. Uncle Steve joining us today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Why? I'm here watching him, see if he's doing it alright.
We're doing alright or what?
I don't know. He's taking the pull of the part, but taking the pull of the part, he's getting it back.
No, that's the problem, eh?
That's right. This thing will go anywhere.
Did you have one of these back in the day or what?
Oh, I've got him.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's where I was working.
Yeah, did you have the ute or the shorty?
Like this.
Oh, the shorty.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty excited to see how it goes.
No, actually, my uncle had it, Uncle Jack.
Yeah?
Right, right?
Yep.
Yeah, once taken.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for years.
Alright, so we'll just undo the intake manifold. So this should just theoretically pop off like that. Beautiful. So you can see here, just from looking at it, these are your exhaust ports. You see all the carbon buildup, and they're your intakes.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, doesn't look too bad at all. Alright, there's the alternator. I'm just going to put that bolt back in there so we don't lose it. But it seemed to be working, so we'll just clean it up a bit and put it back in. So we'll just undo the fuel lines that run to the carburetor. So you've got your inlet, which goes through the fuel filter, and a water separator by the looks of it. And then this is your return here, they've blocked it off. Alrighty, so now we're just removing the fuel lines and brake lines from the chassis so we can start prepping it for paint. So these are just proper flaring spanners. You can see that they're weirdly cut. It's just so you can get maximum amount of spanner on these without stripping them. And of course getting your line in, just that little gap on the top there, makes it perfect for the job. Alright, the bumper's off. It's like a little bracket here, I'm not sure. Oh, I think that's actually a bottle opener. That's what it is. I think so anyway. But the bumper's off, it's in pretty good condition. There's one little buckle there, but we'll knock that back in place and paint it silver. All right, these are the bumper brackets. These are like $200 just for these two little pieces here. They're pretty rusted out, but we'll try and grind them back and see how good we can get them. If not, we'll try and make some. What are we doing here, Uncle Steve?
We're going to hook that up to the thing and lift the motor up.
Beautiful. We're going to use the boom to lift the chassis up to a certain point, undo the leaf spring bolts, and then I'm hoping that the chassis just gets removed.
He's knocking the pin out of that spring. Yeah, look at that.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
We have to
That is really solid with rust.
Oh, God. Done. What we got there, Chich? Cheers, mate.
Oh, I got a light there.
Cheers.
It's got nothing in it, mate.
Oh, that's good. Anyways, look at this. We are down to the chassis, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. From that big high pressure unit, you think that I've got everything. Look at this. It's just still full of goodness. This is how we do it in the West. Man, it's getting hot now. It's about 35 degrees today, but I think we're gonna stop the episode there. We've just cleaned the whole chassis, just same as the progress before with the acid wash and the high pressure unit. And man, it's come out real clean. Really happy with it. We've also just cleaned up the diffs as well. They come out really good actually, so we'll probably end up reusing them, just give them a bit of a hit with the grinder and a paint. And that's it for 2020 with the FJ40. I've got a couple more videos to come out before this year finishes, but 2021 is going to be a big year for the FJ40. Anyways, that's it for this one. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and throw a comment below. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.